Hi boys and girls, it's Miss White here. Today we are doing our phonics lesson 8 and the worksheet should look like this. So make sure you have that out, and if you can, write your name up at the top before we get started. Alright, we are going to start with our alphabet strip, and we are going to say the alphabet together before we get started. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Good job. And what letters at the beginning of our alphabet, or the initial part of our alphabet, is an A. And then the final letter of our alphabet is a Z. And we can see on our thing that our vowels are in red. A, E, I, O, and U are all in red. And the rest of our letters, which are consonants, are in black. Alrighty, we're going to start today with having you repeat some words that I say. And then we're going to talk about what is the final sound or the last sound that we hear in that word. So let's do snap, flip, and hop. What's that final sound? Snap, flip, hop. It's a P. All right. Rim, arm, ham. Ooh, there's a fly in here. M. That's our final sound. All right. Next set, staff, puff, and off is our final sound. And read, bed, and glad. D is our final sound. All right, we're going to get our worksheet out, and we're going to practice the sounds of the letters that we've been learning so far up into this letter. So on number 1, I want you to write down the letter that makes the N sound. For number 1. N. For number 2, T. I want you to say T. And now I want you to write it down on your paper. Oh, so for number 1 we were N. Number 2, T, is a T. Number 3 is like octopus. I want you to say and then O is our letter, and we're going to write O down. Number 4 is O, the sound O, like overalls. O. I want you to write it down. Number 5. P. You say P. And it's our P, and we're going to write down P. Number 6. O. O. I want you to say O. And that's our L, and we're going to write it down. An L. Number 7, whoopsies. Number 7 is I, and the letter I, and we're going to write it down. I. And then number 8 is I. I want you to say I. It's I. We're going to write down another I. All right. Go ahead and get those written down if you haven't already. You can pause the video anytime that you need extra time to write, and then just play it again. You can also rewind the video and see what I said if you need that help. Alrighty. We're going to move on. I'm going to say some words and I want you to echo them. As, add, and ask. What sound are you hearing in that beginning? Ah, correct. All right. Is ah the initial position of the short letter A? Put your fingers on your vocal cords and say ah. Ah. Do you feel a vibration? Hold on. Okay. Our electricity went out, but luckily, I don't think my computer stopped. I do feel vibration, so that means that the ah sound is voiced. Good job. All right, let's look at these words. As, add, and ask. What letter do you see in these words that might make that ah sound? Did you say A? You got it. It's an A. All these words begin with the ah sound. Ah is the short sound of the letter A. So what do we know about vowels? All vowels have a short sound and a long sound. So the other one would be A for A. We say ah or A. So since it has two, what do we know about that? Is it a vowel or a consonant? It's a vowel because all our vowels have the two sounds. Alrighty. Let's move on. Let's practice skywriting a capital A. So I'm going to scoot back. Remember, our arm is straight. We're going to start kind of across our body and down at the bottom. And we're going to go up kind of at an angle and then back down at an angle. Kind of make like a tent. Up, down. And then about in the middle of that A, we're going to draw a line across. And then for a lowercase a, we're going to start up at the top and we're going to kind of make a little circle, but when we're rounded and when we get back up to the top, we're going to bring it down and give it like a little tail down at the bottom. Practice writing that. And then we're going to get our worksheet out. And I'm going to have you write a capital A and a lowercase a. Probably twice. So, like I said, on our line, we're going to go at an angle all the way to the top, come back down at an angle, and then we go across the middle and we draw a line. For a lowercase a, kind of make a circle oval shape on its side, and then we come down with a little tail for the A. Go ahead and write it one more time for me. And then we're going to look at our picture cards. We have two picture cards since the A makes two different sounds. So our first picture card, our first keyword is going to be that this is a fruit. It's red. It can be red, actually, yellow, green. You can pick them. They say one of these a day keeps the doctor away. Did anybody guess it? It's an apple. So when we see the card, we'll see apple, we'll say apple, ah. All right. On number 9 on your board, I want you to ah. So we have apple, apple, ah, when you say ah, and then it's A, and then we're going to write down on our paper on number 9 an A. Good job. All right, next, we're going to talk about our next sound. So our next keyword begins with the A sound. It is something that grows on oak trees. It's small and round and has a little cap on it. Squirrels love to eat it. What do you think it could be? Acorn. So when we see this picture, we're going to say acorn, A, A. And then now on number 10, I want you to write down A. Good job. Okie dokie. Moving on. We're going to look at what are we on? Number 11. I'm going to talk to you about coding words. I'm going to show you how we would code 11, 12, and 13. And I just want you to watch me. And then we'll have you draw a line from the word that matches. And you can just practice sounding these words out. Here we have AT. When we have a vowel and then a consonant, we put just a brev on top of our A, and it's at. On number 12, again, we have vowel consonant, so it gets the brev. P, at, p, at. We're going to sound out each of those and then blend it together. Pat. And number 13, nap. Again, we have just vowel consonant, so that gets the brev. It's n, a, p. N, a, p. Good job. And let's look at that picture and decide what that's a picture of. Is it a picture of at, pat, or nap? What is that little girl doing? Or boy? Who knows? All right, go ahead and draw a line from whichever number to the picture that you think matches. Next, we're going to practice spelling. On number 14, I'm going to give you a word and I want you to sound it out and spell it. The first word is at. At. We just talked about this word. At. You hear the two sounds. It shows you on the line. It's two letters. A-T. Number 15 is not. N-A-T. 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 Sorry, T. Number 16 is pit. P-it. 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 T. P-I-T. Excellent. All right, on number 17 and number 18, we're going to look at those pictures and see what they're pictures of. What's that first one pointing to? It's our lip. L-ip. L-ip. Write down those letters for number 17. L-ip. Lip. Number 18, that's a pin. P-in. P-in. All right, good job. Now you have your homework on the back that you're going to do on your own. So I want you to get some good practice with those A's. Write a bunch of capital A's across the top and some lowercase a's across the next line. Here you can try to code if you want to practice, or I also just want to be sure that you draw a line that's showing what's happening in that picture. Down here I want you to sound these words out and write them down. This one again, because I know sometimes we get confused, is an old toy. It's called a top. Top. So that's what that one is, and that's just showing you a light switch is on. I want you to read these sight words to somebody at home and get some practice with them so you're recognizing them. And then that'll be all. And then make sure that you put this in your zipper pouch and bring it back to me, or turn it into your teacher if you're watching this in class. All right. I'll see you guys next time.